These film stars arrived in this amazing atmosphere where luxury was all around, where the food was fabulous.
I think we were allowed to come at the big dining room table when we were about probably 15. And so obviously when you're doing your plan de table, you always put the very important people, in the center. The queens and duchesses and whatever, all these living gods and everything. And so the people not so important or less important are at the end of the table. And there was a charming man called Othman Benjeloun, who was very close to the King of Morocco. And he was such a good friend, he was always with us. And so we would actually start to do bread fights. And my mom would go crazy. So as soon as she turned around, we tried to always the beautiful, I will not say names, let's say Sophia Loren, which she had the beautiful décolleté, and so we tried to get the bread here. And once, I think it was actually Othman he got it wrong, and it went onto my mom's face. No, it went onto my aunt, Marie-Hélène de Rothschild's face, and really upset. What happened? And then my mom looked and she saw us throwing the bread, and she was so angry. So we were sent out, and Mr. Benjeloun was sent out as well. It wasn't we were very bad. It's just we wanted attention, your kids, and I'd never do it again. I feel terrible. But one day I did something awful. I tied up the shoes of I think it was Mr. Pierre Berger, Yves Saint Laurent's friend, very close also of the family, and I tied up his shoes. So shoelaces, and so when he got up, he fell on the table. But I regret, but that was stupid. But my sister Marina did great things. She would change the menus. So we had, let's say we had soufflé madrilène to start with, and then gigot de 7 heures, which is very grand, and she would put. Sorry, I have to say it in French, but sardine en boîte. And then, so she'd write the fake menus, and then, I don't know, roasted pig's foot. Something horrible. And so we put the menus there, and so the guests, they're used to having these grand courses arriving, and they'd go like,